Okay, this is the 15 minutes 17 seconds remaining of phone storage. I Yeah, there's a funny thing about YouTube that you can upload like 4 videos a day and send notifications to people and stuff like that. But I think a rebellious side of me wants to do more than that to prove to me that yeah, I'm not doing this for the clicks or whatever, but even me forcing this idea onto I'm not doing this for the clicks literally is speaking to me that yeah, I am doing this for clicks, and the forceful acknowledgement of I'm not doing this for clicks comes out of lack of okay, I need the clicks. That's the whole mental fuckery of the whole thing that goes on. But I just don't know. Like I literally see things as okay. Let's say I'm 25, and by 27 somehow I become a millionaire. I Every single day I write daily. I improve lives. I do whatever. I have all the status, all the fucking adoration, admiration, and stuff like that. But even that feels hollow. The reason of that being hollow is either okay, I see through all of the bullshit that is not gonna satisfy me, or because I haven't lived that life, I don't know how that life actually feels like. Because you need to have experience of something to kind of associate some value and weight to it. Like, for instance, when I say I enjoy, let's say, learning, I know how learning feels, and I have experienced the first-hand um, like feeling and emotions involved of learning, the joy of it, the sheer kind of pleasure of being immersed in that kind of world. But when I say okay, um, I can assume that okay, life without price tags would feel wonderful. You can go wherever you want, have whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want. But even that is just it's just literally going from a stadium to a personal stadium. The stadium is there. You literally go from a kind of house to a mansion. The structure is just the same. But the funny thing is that the contrary, the opposite of that is even worse. Like, okay, you don't have the freedom, let's say, the money gives you. You don't have the adoration. You don't have the, let's say, you don't have the kind of even validation of um, 4 or 5 fucking partners, 4 fucking bitches you fuck that give you the status boost, physical and mental and emotional stimuli. And okay, that's even better. No. And it's just like, okay, is then, what is the way actually to live? Because it's just a question to me that okay, I'm uh, I know what I want in theory, that I want to write, I want to help people, I want to influence in the right way, and be free of price tags, free of forced relationships, doing things I don't want, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, even that doesn't feel anything. It's either like maybe it's the depression that sure, you don't feel anything, they call it anhedonia, that it literally comes from hedonistic, that the pleasure seeking. And hedonia is literally numbness to pleasure, that you do things that you don't even fucking enjoy because of it's literally the layer of depression on top of you, that there's a disconnect between actual joy itself. But even like setting that aside, even in this state, there are things I actually enjoy. I literally write for no one, and I read my own writing, and it fascinates me. I learn something, or I think of some patterns between some things, and that gives me immense like joy. So it's not even the anhedonia thing that is the problem, because if it was, it would apply to everything. But the other problem is that, okay, if it isn't anhedonia, then why this perceived image of, let's say, you're literally let's say I love languages, for instance. Let's say you're surrounded by 5 or 6 beautiful ladies that talk to you in all of these languages that you're interested in. You keep writing, and your writing influences other people. Your writing literally elevates lives, improves quality of life for others, and you're doing what you want to do. You have the adoration, you have the sexual, the fucking mental, intellectual, emotional, all of these stimuli, and it still feels hollow. It's either, like for instance, I don't believe that life is on my timeline, but on the other hand, my obsession with this kind of lifestyle, that I clearly know what I want, and I can imagine myself having that life in very vivid details, shows me, yeah, that is on my timeline. On the other hand, is like, okay, the argument could be, do I even think I deserve that life? And the counter argument for that would be, okay, why don't I deserve that? I have every right to have that, because I know the languages, I write quite well, and there is nothing keeping me from getting that life. And it's just inevitable. It's kind of delayed excellence. So, what is the like disconnect here? And I don't even have kind of answer for this. And it's like the only kind of option is that that's not even enough, you know? But so if that's not enough, what is? Because the alternative is you not having that. And not having that is just even worse, you know? So I never kind of wanted to have one partner. I never enjoyed even just the fucking uh, back and forth of with one person, because one person doesn't cover, because they say you fall in love with the version of yourself with someone else, and that person literally unlocks the version of yourself unattainable to you. And it has never been such person in my life, and it has been 2 or 3 people that simultaneously together unlock that, but not one person. Sure, it could be this one person, and all could be like happy ever after, but I'm not even like considering that chance. And the other thing is that this perceived image of doing what you want, having everything that you ever wanted, and still feels hollow. What does that even mean? Because you're still gonna pursue that. I'm still gonna pursue money. I'm still gonna pursue the fucking adoration, the validation, and everything. Not because the eternal kind of feeling of being enough is not there. Because if it is there, it needs to be it needs objective kind of validation. Because I can, for instance, I can say I'm the greatest writer of existence itself, but because there is no, let's say, that's the main argument. Like, if I'm the best writer in existence itself, if I'm writing and I'm sharing it with, let's say, 10 people, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, and if those 50 people, one of them doesn't see the value and perceives good even from sheer excellence, it just shows you don't even possess that. So in some way, shape or form, your inner kind of belief and inner whatever, You can believe you're the best person on earth. You can believe you're the most talented, most successful, whatever. But in some way, shape, or form, it needs to meet the external results of it. Even the champions, the whatever they call it, they know the inner world always is short. They are him, they are her, and they just know the external results are gonna come. That's inevitable. It's like a delayed excellence. But if it never comes, it shows that it never was there to begin with. So you cannot just say, okay, it's your inner kind of peace, inner kind of it's like fucking Kung Fu Panda, that inner peace, inner peace. It's like you cannot even force that. You need to fucking understand what you want, what is that you want, and pursue that. But in my case, it's like, okay, I know what I want, and I'm still dissatisfied because I'm sure I'm gonna get there, and I'm still dissatisfied with it, not having reached there yet. And it's like kind of a mental fuckery that, okay, then what is it? It's either I want the wrong thing for wrong reasons, or it's like even that's not enough. But the question in both cases is, okay, if that's the wrong thing I want, what the actual fuck is there to want? And if that's not enough, what the actual fuck is, Because that's just how I see how I see things. I can say, okay, I'm grateful for the house I got. I'm grateful for the warm bed I got as of now, the foods I eat, and I'm literally grateful for that. But okay, is this all it's gonna be uh, uh, a little or more in my life? That's it. If that's it, like I'm better off dead, because it's not even for having and being able to achieve things and sustaining things. It's just a continued growth that is tied to the self-image and the perceived value of self that everyone has. No one is satisfied with what they got. It's just fear of losing what they got and ending up worse that most people are satisfied, because everyone wants more of what they got, because it's not even the external validation of things. Is the external validation of things are a proof of objective kind of growth that happens that everyone wants. But yeah, it's just thinking out loud, I guess. But it just I just don't understand this part of things, that what should I want, and what I want is like, okay, why isn't what I want enough? Before even having already gotten there, why isn't it even enough for me before getting there? It's literally you're you start a game. Let's say you go to the World Cup, you already know you've won the World Cup, and it's like so banal, so fucking ordinary to you that you haven't still won the World Cup, but you already have won it in your mind, and it's just another thing. But yeah, bye.